If Rita says it's not, why would I say it's right? Yeah. We'll do 60 for what you said. That's it. The next one would be 33.
Little slidey thing.
Yeah.
It let,
There you go.
Good morning. Welcome to the emergency call meeting of the City of Griffin Board of Commissioners, December 30th, 2022, 12 noon. Thank you all for being here today. I'd like to call this order. The City of Griffin Board of Commissioners firmly believes the local option sales tax is an important revenue source to both the city and counties of Spalding. For this reason, the board is calling an emergency meeting Friday, December 30, 2022 at 12 p.m. with less than 24 hours notice as generally required for called meetings under Georgia Open Meetings Law. This meeting is considered an emergency on the grounds that the statutory deadline for filing a new local option sales tax distribution certification is due and must be delivered to the Georgia Department of Revenue on or before 5 p.m. today, December 30th, 2022, rather than allow the loss to lapse for failure to timely file a certificate. The board continues to exercise best efforts to reach a compromise with Spalding County regarding the allocation of loss. We have a motion to approve the agenda. So we have a motion by Commissioner Murray, second by Commissioner Tinsley. All in favor, please signal by raising your hand. 6-0. Is Commissioner Flowers online just yet? All right, so the regular meeting is to consider authorizing the proposed certificate of distribution of lost allocations with Spalding County. City manager is here to address our concerns or questions, or we can make a statement. So we currently have rejected our offer of a 60-40. This is the current offer that's before you from Spalding County. It says as the following distribution occurring as of after January 1, 2023 and ending December 2023. City of Griffin shall receive 40, Spalding County 60%, as follows for the distribution occurring after January 1, 2024, ending December 31, 2024. City of Griffin 39%, Spalding County 61%. Distribution occurring after January 1, 2025, ending December 31 of 25 is 38%. City of Griffin 61.5 for Spalding County. And for the years of January 26, ending December 31, 22, City of Griffin shall, I'm sorry, 32, thank you. Griffin shall receive 38% and Spalding County receives 62%. So does the board members have any comments or any?
Yeah, I'll be glad to start off. If there is a member on the county commission who thinks that this is a bad deal, then why would I think that it's a good deal? People who sat in the room, person who had first-hand account of it, part of the deal, part of making this offer, seems to reject the offer as not being fair to the citizens of our community. When I speak of community, I don't separate it by city and county. I think about our community as a whole and what this would do not only to the people who work for the city of Griffin, people who live in the city of Griffin, but people who work and live in Spalding County. And I just don't think this is good faith. I think our offer last night of 60-40 was solid, was good. There's even been talk that was agreed upon that 60-40 would work. And me, Rodney McCord, my one vote, I'm sticking firm to the 60-40 for the protection of our community as a whole. Just to watch it burn down and be taken advantage of, I'm not going to be a part of that. So I personally will reject their offer. My vote would be to reject this final offer that they sent, and we stick to the 60-40 for our community as a whole. And I'm not willing to watch it burn to the ground, but I'm also not willing to accept an offer that a member of their board is saying is unfair. If that person, if someone is telling me on the other side of a negotiation that it's not fair, why then would I take the position that I'm being treated fairly, or that the community is being treated fairly? I can't go along with that. I apologize. Well, I'm unapologetic. I'm not sorry. I'm not going along with that. And everybody else got to, vote for themselves, speak for themselves. But me, District 6 Commissioner, I'm not supporting this offer. 60-40 is on the table. I think that is fair, and I'm willing to roll with it.
Any other comments?
I agree with Rodney a lot. Had a kind of a mixed heart, if you will, about this offer. But we come down and ask our taxpayers in the city to lose almost $2.8 million for the county's benefit, their mismanagement of money. And the way I look at it, basically agree on their behalf. I would not, I really can't. It's hard to say, but I really have a very difficult time accepting their offer.
I will not agree to go and take anything less than what our last reasonable offer was, which I was really against doing that. But I'm just, I don't know, I'm not done.
I mean,
I'm speechless, because we've done everything, the city has done everything we could in a good faith effort to negotiate and mediate and to come to a good understanding. But I kind of feel like the county never had any intent to do that. But what Rodney was talking, it reminds me that they don't seem to understand that our citizens are their citizens too. And my citizens in District 1, Commissioner Flowers' commission in District 2, are in the heart of Flowers-Taylor District. We all represent, and the majority of her constituency is in the city limits. And this is who will be hurt the most by if we don't come to an agreement, or if we take less than what they're offering us, less than what we feel like is fair. I never felt like what we were getting was fair, but I have always accepted whatever the boards agreed to. I just, like I said, I'm at a loss, but, and this is exactly how I feel. If we accept what they're offering us now, they will have punked us this time, and from now on, that's exactly what we'll have to accept.
I totally agree. If we step down a step today, they're gonna want to step every time we come up, every 10 years or so, or whatever it is. And it's not doing the city right, where the money, the tax money, most of it is coming out of the city of Griffin. It's not coming out of the county itself. I wanna be fair to the county. We got a two covenant situation, and we should honor it by both sides of the fence. And they're not doing it. We've gotta put a stop to it some way.
Well, we've already came down from what we've had for the last 10 years, 45 to 40. And now it's going to continue to roll, and we end up at 38%. You know, so that's 2.5% we're losing per year. And it's never going to get back to that. So we need a motion.
I'll make it.
Do you have anything you want to say?
I did.
She does.
At the last minute, y'all excuse me, I ran in here.
Welcome. It's a privilege.
So I think the one thing that I want to know is for myself, I understand that things cost more and it's felt on both sides of the table. So I don't want my position of what I feel like we deserve in this negotiation to make it seem like there's not an acknowledgement that things cost more. We're in the middle of inflation. And I think, so I had a conversation, very brief conversation this morning with a county commissioner about their position. And I think for me, I think I said it last night, but I'll say it again. I need tangible information. I need to understand when we're talking about what has changed since the last time we had these negotiations, what those specific dollar amounts are, or what those very specific items are that justify why money should be shifted from one entity to another. Because in the same way, we've incurred our own increase in cost and operational needs. So I think it gets lost when you start negotiating and discussing. Everyone takes their position. And this is how we feel, and this is how they feel. And I don't want our position to be one that doesn't acknowledge that I'm sure they're having their own issues that they need addressed. But that does not take away from the fact that we also have things that we need addressed. So I haven't negotiated or participated in this from a standpoint of, I don't care about the county, I'm just trying to make sure we get what we want. I'm very mindful that we are in this together, and that if the county's not able to provide the level of service that they need to, it does have an impact on the city. So where I agree with where we are with our position, I don't want it to be, for me personally, misconstrued that I've taken this very polarized stance and don't care about what happens. Obviously, I care about what happens in the community as a whole, but as a person, I also care about the impact that it has on their board, because they have to continue to provide services and continue to function as an entity, but so do we. And so I think for me, that's been the struggle is, as I've said to you guys before, like where are the tangible, the black and white explanation of why things need to change? And I don't feel like I've been able to get that. So that's just for me. I don't want to take out the human element of this. I think I said it last night, like we're all people. It's been hard for everyone. And my feelings about what the city is rightfully entitled to based on the operational needs and services that we provide does not take away from my recognition that the county also has similar issues that they need addressed. But I'll say it for me.
Hey Doug, I just want
Yes,
to
ma'am. Ms. Brown.
thank the board, and I want to thank staff for your amazing energy and efforts, and more than 110% on everything. I feel like, and thank you to the county elected officials who did want to work and did try to negotiate with us. From last night until right now to this point, I mean, this offer here doesn't feel like, it still feels like we are slowly going to cripple ourselves. I understand the scale down, but it doesn't feel, for me, originally we wanted to negotiate to put the city in a more beneficial position. And this still doesn't feel this way to me. And I'm going to stick with the same stance that I had last night with denying this offer.
And so my 2 cents is, this is Armageddon. If this fails today, it's going to crush this community. And I am very, very torn about holding the line, but also looking at the future of this community. Because I know, I mean, I was here along with several of you in 2004. We had to raise water and sewer rates 22%. I mean, that is going to be the mantra going into January 1, raising every single fee, raising our millage rate from 7 potentially to 14. I mean, this is, and then the county having to do the exact same thing. To me, this is Armageddon. And if we were still sitting here with another day or two to debate this, I'm so fearful that we're going to get to 5 o'clock today and it's gone and we're toast. So not so much for the good of our order, but for the good of this community. I don't want to lose this money, and I'm voting to me personally, not because anything against y'all. I see what's going to happen if we don't support this option, because I think that, as we've talked about last night, I think they're willing to let it die just for the sake of dying and putting us in that position. So even though I want to stick with a 60-40, I know what we can do to make up the difference of the shortfall that we will be faced with, which is approximately $2.8 million over 10 years. I personally, at this point, am going to have to support this offering.
The problem I have, Doug,
I don't understand.
is we're asking our taxpayers
Can I make a motion?
by
You may.
increasing,
I understand.
by increasing our enterprise
I understand.
fees to make up this difference.
Let me
And I get
let me throw this in there.
Yes, sir.
And I respect everything you're saying, but in saying what you just said, it almost feels like you're saying we're willing to let it burn. And
No, I don't. I would
No,
hope they would come back with a counter offer.
right,
to us,
so
but I also feel that they're
If-
the members on that board that will.
if a member of their board is suggesting, has stated, is on the record, has voted, has made it crystal clear that she does not think it's fair, why would I think that it's fair? Why would I, if she knows that, hey, what's being offered is not in good, is not the right thing for the community?
Understand.
Why should I take the position that it's the right thing for the
Mr. Chairman,
community?
I make a motion
Go ahead.
that, my motion is that we stand firm on the 60-40.
Right,
That's our offer.
we
And
reject that offer.
we reject their offer.
I second that
A
motion.
motion from Ms. Ford, a second by Mr. Gordon. Any other discussion? All in favor of rejecting our offer and going with the 60-40, please signal by raising your hand. All against, like sign. 6-1.
I make a motion that we adjourn.
Make motion adjourned by Mr. McCord, second. Mr. Gordon. All in favor, please raise your hand. Thank you. This,
Yes, sir.
Yes, you are.
That's it, we're done.
look at possibly 3 o'clock today.